Are you tired of spending hours writing scripts for your videos? Well, if that's the case, then I have some good news for you. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use AI to write your scripts in just 20 minutes. And we're gonna do this completely for free. We'll use Claude, this free AI writing tool, to do this. And I've got a special system which makes it super easy. So stay tuned and watch till the end. But before we dive in, let's first talk about why many creators have problems with AI-generated scripts. So the problem with AI scripts today is that it usually generates some generic content, and it's very broad and fails to engage with your specific audience. And of course, it lacks your personal touch because it is written by AI, not human, right? And as a result, you will have less engagement because people cannot relate to this generic content that just lacks any personality whatsoever. But don't worry, I've got a solution that fixes all these problems. So now you might be wondering why we use Claude instead of ChatGPT or Gemini. So let me break it down for you. First of all, Claude is great at following detailed instructions. And this is important for our script writing process. Claude can handle also longer conversations and maintains context. And this is important also for longer script development. Plus, when I use the same prompt in different AI tools, oftentimes I get the most natural sounding result in Claude, and that's why we're using this. And last but not least, it is free to use. Of course, you get limitation of usage, but you can always just wait a little bit until you get new messages again. So now let me show you how this works. And this is actually a very easy 8-step script writing process that I'm going to walk you through. So let's just have a look really quickly what this involves. We have first step to create your voice profile. So this, I will show you my prompt, which can create this voice profile in no time. As long as you have already some kind of transcript of your video, like you already have some past scripts or something like that, that can capture your voice, then you can use that to generate your voice profile. And second step, we'll set up Claude. So this is even easier. It's just to create an account, and then if you have a pro account, then you can use this voice profile in this project. And I'll show you all that in a minute. So 3, we'll brainstorm and research. Then we'll use this magic script writing prompt that I will show you right now. And once you answer the questions in the system prompts, you will have your video outline. Then you can generate a full script, or you can use the outline depending on your preferences. And then we can fine-tune and edit until we have a result that we're happy with. So now let me show you how this works in real life. And we'll just pretend that we'll be writing a script about 5 easy ways to keep your room clean. Okay, so this is the title of our video. And now let's get into step number 1, which is create your voice profile. So first, we need to teach Claude how to write script that sounds like you. Because like I said, the other AI-generated script, the problem is that it just doesn't sound like you, right? So we have to teach AI how you actually speak. And how we do that is by reverse engineering your style. So how it works is as follows. First, we'll feed the AI your past transcripts or some writing samples. And then the AI will analyze your tone, your phrasing, and your word choices. And then after learning your style, the AI will generate your voice profile that we can use in future script writing process. So for this, I developed a detailed prompt that you can find in the description box down below. And you can use this in Claude or even in ChatGPT to create your voice profile. So basically in this prompt, we're telling the AI to analyze your style. And what it does is that it will ask you to provide some of the following information, like your channel name, your category, your niche, to understand what kind of content you make. And then it will also request like a few video transcripts. And this is important for it to understand your style, right? And then in my prompt, I already asked AI to analyze the following, such as your vocabulary preferences, your sentence structure, the phrases you like to use, even is filler words, things like that, your tone and your sentiment patterns. And as you can see, all these like content structure and audience engagement things. So I'll just show you an example that I generated, which is my voice profile. Okay, so as you can see, this is my voice profile. You have all the vocabulary preferences. So as I have an AI channel, I have all these vocabulary and I have mentioned all these product specific terms. And some of my sentence structure is like mix of simple and compound sentences. And we have use of conditional statements. So it is a very like comprehensive analysis. And it even has the common phrases like, let me show you how it works. Here's the thing about something. Keep in mind, these are like filler words and something. So this is my style, right? And it might look completely different when you analyze your own. So use the prompt to generate your voice profile, and then we can move on to the next step, which is to set up Claude. So this step is super easy and I don't think I really need to walk you through it. So basically you just go to Claude.ai and you create your account. So I have a pro account, which is like $20 per month. And this basically gives me like unlimited usage, but otherwise you can just use it for free. And also one thing you can do if you have the account is that you can use this project feature. So how it works is that you can create a project and then you can basically use it as a knowledge base. So you can put your voice profile that we just created here. So like I already did. As you can see, Ting voice, and I included in the project knowledge here my detailed voice profile. So you can do this too. Otherwise, you just feed it every time you give it to Claude. And once that's done, let's move on to the next step, which will be brainstorm and research, which is the step I struggled the most in the past when I used AI for writing, because you still have your ideas that you want to include in your videos. And I found a fastest way to do this, and that is what I called a thinking out loud method. So what I do is that I will open a Google Doc where I will write my script. Then it can be on the desktop or on the mobile. And I will just press this voice recording or whatever it's called button. And I'll basically just start talking, like whatever things comes to mind. So you don't have to worry about structure, all these things, because later on we will feed this into AI and then we will just clean this up. So for our example video, 5 ways to keep your rooms clean, maybe I will talk about, I don't know. I'm not the expert on this subject, but let's say just clean as you go. Like whenever you use something, just put it back to its place. Or maybe I have something about like my system for categorize things in different boxes with labels. All these things, like whatever comes to mind, you just let it flow. You just talk like, in this video, I want to include these things and I want to talk about these things, and so on and so forth, right? So once it's done, you'll basically have this big chunk of text that's kind of messy looking, but don't worry. What we do is that we'll copy paste this into any AI tool. In this case, I'll do it with ChatGPT because it's just organizing the information. And I'll ask ChatGPT to organize my ideas for my next video script. And as you can see, this is the result and it's much more organized and we can use this for our next step. And now we come to step 4, which is use the magic script writing prompt. And this is where things get really cool. Before you start using the magic script writing prompt, remember to feed it your voice profile. So as I said, if you have the account, you can already include in the project and you can just choose here, use a project. So you can choose your voice. Otherwise, you can just paste it and give it something like this. This is my voice profile. Please remember it and write a script with my voice. Okay? So I will feed it my profile and then it will just remember it right now. So I've created this system prompt, which is basically a set of instructions for Claude. So you will also find this prompt in the video description. And all you need to do is copy it and paste it into your chat with Claude. And just like that, it will turn Claude into a script writing machine that will guide you step by step in our script writing process. So for example, now you can see that Claude is asking us a few questions such as, what is the title of your video? Or what do you aim to achieve? What do you like to approach the angle? Or what are some key messages or takeaways that you want to cover? Or do you have any research that you've conducted? So this is the place where you feed it everything. So everything that we just did in the previous step here. So for instance, here I have some material that I actually just generated with AI and I'll paste it all in. So 5 ways to keep your room clean, and then I'll click send. And as you can see now, Claude is creating our script step by step. So let's have a look at the script right now. It says 5 ways to keep your room clean, and you have a 15 to 20 seconds introduction. Cluttered space can lead to a cluttered mind, and in this video, you'll discover 5 simple yet powerful ways to keep your room clean and organized. And this is actually really good, like short and powerful. These strategies will transform your living space and boost your productivity. And here it also prompts you for the call to action. Then we move on to the main points. You have make your bed daily. So this is just an outline, right? So you can check if you like the points here, if this can help you speak in your videos with more structure. And we also have the conclusion here, including this call to action again. So this is already a really good starting point. If you're someone who prefers to speak freely in your videos, then you can use this outline. So we actually covered step 5 and 6 already. This was when you answer this prompts. And I strongly suggest that you take your time to do this, because the more you feed information, the more you'll get the results that you want. But if you're someone who prefers using teleprompter or a word-by-word script, then we can move on to the next step, which is to generate the whole script. So for this, you can just give it a follow-up prompt saying write each section with transitions. So let's have a look. We have introduction, which is a little bit different from before. A messy room can make you feel stressed and unfocused. But don't worry, keeping your space clean doesn't have to be a chore. In this video, you'll discover 5 simple yet powerful ways to keep your room clean and organized. So this is a really good hook. And then we have the call to action, as we said, and we have the main points, but this time we have a real script. So let's read. You might be wondering, what's the one habit that can instantly make your room look tidier? The answer is simple. Make your bed every day. It takes just a couple of minutes, but the impact is huge. When you make your bed, you immediately improve how your entire room looks. So far, so good, right? I really like how it sounds. And then we have declutter regularly. Have you ever looked around your room and felt overwhelmed by all the things lying around? Here's how you can prevent your room from becoming a cluttered mess. Dedicate just a few minutes each day to decluttering, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, it includes the whole script with also the transition to the next point. So this, you can read through this, and if you're happy, you can basically start creating your video. So this saves you so much time and effort just trying to come up something by yourself. And the last step is basically just read through the whole script, the draft, and edit by yourself, fine-tune it, do whatever you want to make it sound even more like you. And that's it. You have your script ready to go. So the good thing about this method is that compared to some paid tools like subscriber.ai, which is also an amazing tool if you want to speed up your script writing process, this method using Claude is completely for free. You just need a good prompt and also analyze your voice profile. And there you have it. You've just seen how easy it is to use Claude and my special system to create a script from scratch. So now it's your turn to give it a try. Use the link in the description down below and let me know how it goes. If this video helped you out, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you want to stay up to date for more AI content like this one, then hit on the subscribe button now so you don't miss out. I'm always working on ways to make you create content faster, better, and more efficient. So hit that subscribe button right now, and if you want more AI content, click on this video now to watch it, and I'll see you in the next video.